Hi guys, how are you today? Iryna Shevchenko is here, your Facebook group visibility coach, marketing strategist, and founder of Said Academy, Savvy Action Taker Entrepreneur Academy. So today is the day number 4 of the content creation challenge, and I'm very excited about today because today we're going to put all the puzzles together to create and walk away. Today you are going to walk away with the whole calendar. Just look like this, the whole calendar for a month with the content. So you will stay consistent with your content, build your authority, build your awareness, brand awareness, and attract your potential clients, attract your new followers. Hey beautiful, how are you today? Attract your potential followers, and as a result increasing your sales and boosting your business. So if you're new to me, make sure you are, hold on guys. Hey beautiful. So if you're new to me, make sure you like my Facebook business page, and if you love this video, you are actually share the love and support with me here. You're welcome to share this video out. Remember, everyone who's sharing the video out, do the homework, tag your bestie under this video here in the comments, will be able to win a spot in our Savvy Action Taker Entrepreneur Academy for $24, while the regular price is $59. In the academy we have lots of courses that basically take you from the beginning of your coaching business to the 6-figure. On top of that, we have monthly workshop, we have business Q&As, guest speakers. Basically it's a one place when you need, and you don't need to buy any other courses or programs and nothing like this, but it's one place if you want to grow your business to the 6-figure. This is the great place for you, like affordable place. So that's it. If you want to learn more about our academy, guys, shoot me the message and I will be answering your question if your business fit in the academy. Otherwise, let's hop in and talk about content creation challenge. So today is day 4. And I'm very excited about today. So let's kind of recap, and after we'll recap, it kind of put in pieces together. So on the day number 1, we will create the topic that you're going to show up with. And hey beautiful, how are you today? We are going to show up with the topics, and you're gonna position yourself as an expert. Also, for those people who took the homework on the day number 1, I actually help you to create your statement so you will show up powerfully and people recognize you very fast. On the day number 2, we set the goals for your content. Remember, if you don't have the goals, you're not gonna achieve anything, right? This is content creation challenge. So I want that you create the content creation challenge. I want that you create the content that will convince you to convert you to sales, to new clients, new followers. That is why we set the goal for your content, right? And all the goals that we set on the day number 2, we're gonna put together today. On the day number 3, guys, we create a social media platform where you're going to show up on the social media platform, and how many times you're going to show up, with what content you're going to show up. So if you miss any of these days, no problem. A link will be on top. You make sure you sign for the challenge, and I will send in you replay with all the videos from video 1 to video 5. And on day number 5, meaning tomorrow, we're going to cover top mistakes that online coaches make when they create the content. So you will have the whole content, not just like today you're gonna create the content that you will stay consistent for a whole month, and you can repeat the same formula again and again in the future, and you will not struggle with the creating content anymore. And on the day number 5, you're gonna learn how to create, what kind of mistakes you need to avoid when you create your content, and so your content will be show up powerfully and actually convert people to whatever you want them to do. So let's kind of recap. So for guys, here what I want you to do for today. If you did not, I was asking you yesterday to bring the calendar for whole months. You can use digital calendars or you can use printable calendars. So here is the type of my printable calendar. I use calendars.org. This is really great website. When you can go to that website, and it will look like this. calendar of the month. The coolest part about this calendar that you actually can type things inside and then you can save it on your computer, or you can actually print it out. I'm the person who likes to print the things out, so it will be in front of me all the time and I will have no problems. At the same time, I am halfway digital person, so I really like using my my phone in my phone calendar, and I really like to use my phone and mapping up my calendar, my content for the month as well on my phone. So what I want you to do, guys, grab the calendar, the visual, the paper calendar, or you're gonna grab your digital calendar, whatever it is, you need to have calendar because we're gonna map up whole your content for whole month. If you have the workbook and you don't have the calendar, it's no problems, but I would encourage you to have the calendar. In the workbook, on the page number, it says on the day number 4. So in your workbook on the day number 4, I kind of break it down, like I give you example, week number 1, week number 2, 3, and 4. So totally 4 weeks in a month, right? And so on the week number 1, which is, we're gonna grab your calendar right now, guys. This is the time when you need to do the work, meaning not just listening. Grab the workbook, the calendar, grab the pen or pencil and start literally doing the work. You're an action-taker entrepreneur. You want to have the work, right? And of course, my connections, internet connections is not perfect, but whatever. So on the day number 1, on the week number 1, guys, remember, we have the topics that you create on the day number 1. I ask you to create 10 topics related to your niche. Remember? So what I want you to do, 10 topics is plenty for whole months. Even if you have 2 topics per week, you still have plenty content for whole months. So what I want you to do, take those 10 topics and literally start mapping up in your calendar. Yesterday we were talking about what social media platform you're going to use to share your content and how often. Lots of you were telling me specifically, I'm gonna use, for example, Facebook twice a week, I'm gonna share my content. So now I want you actually say to me specifically, I'm gonna, for example, if it's Facebook, on the Facebook, on my Facebook business page, every twice per week, example, Monday and Wednesday, I'm going to share my content. And remember, you give me the list of your topics. You were actually saying like number 1 topic, number 2 topic, number 3 topic. So I want you to grab your calendar and say, like, for example, on Monday, number 1, that means topic number 1, I'm going to share on Monday. Topic number 2, I'm going to share on Wednesday. Is that, guys, make sense? And so then you take these 10 topics and you literally map up in your calendar. So how often per week you're gonna share it, what day you're gonna share it. If we're talking about the writing content, then it's one thing. But if you talk about the videos, you're gonna share, so show up in, like, for example, on your Facebook business page or in your Facebook group. Every Wednesday, just for example, every Wednesday you're gonna show up in your Facebook group with this specific content. I want you map up and I want you write down the time when you're going to show up. This is important. You have to tell your followers or your potential followers or people who are in your group or people who follow you on social media, you have to tell them that, hey, for example, at 1 o'clock Central Time, I'm going to show up on my Facebook business page and I'm going to do the training. Or I'm going to show up, like if it's video training, right? So you have to tell people upfront. If you're not gonna tell people upfront, this is the biggest mistake that happened, that lots of my clients come to me and they're like, I share so much content on social media in my Facebook group, on my Facebook business page, but nobody show when I'm actually when I do live training. Well, the reason why people don't show up on your live training, because you're not telling them on time upfront, ahead, basically. Does that make sense, guys? Tell me in the comments that yes, it makes sense. You have to tell your followers for some time ahead. So, for example, you have to tell your followers like, hey, tomorrow at 5 o'clock p.m. Central Time, for example, I'm going to show up in my Facebook business page or on my Facebook group, and I'm going to cover the topic that you map up on the day number 1. Does that make sense? So your followers will know that you will show up and deliver the value. Okay, comment below, yes, Iryna, that makes sense. I have to tell my followers ahead that I'm gonna show up and deliver some specific content, training, whatever you're doing. Waiting for the yeses and drinking coffee. Yeah. Okay, so here is, thank you so much, Katie. So here is the deal, guys. Now I want you seriously grab your calendar and say like week number 1 or your workbook if you're here. And week number 1, I will share the content from the topic that you were sharing on the, thank you, Jamie, thank you so much, sweetheart. On the week number 1, I'm gonna share the content from like number 1 and number 2. Like remember 10 topics that you share with me? You don't have to even write down the topics, you just put the number because it's logically. And then you have to, like, this is very, very important. I actually break it down, guys. If you have the content, I don't know, my comments is actually covering, but if you have the content, the workbook, my workbook is kind of messy. But if you were watching the workbook, week number 1, it's basically day number 1 topic. You know, you write down the topic. You write day and time. This is your consistency part. If you really want that your followers start recognizing you, you have to show up consistently at the same time, the same place, not with the same content, but similar content. Because, you know, if you're a health coach, you're going to show up with the health tips. Simple like this. If you're a copywriter, you're going to show up with the copywriting tips. So people have to start recognizing you. So when it says here in the workbook, it says goal, that means on the day number 2, we were covering the goal. So I want you actually write down, like, for this week, this kind of goal gonna happen. I'm gonna add it to my content. Hey, honey, how are you today? Thank you for watching here. Enjoy an hour on the training. On the day number, I love the workbook for today. Thank you so much, sweetheart. When it says place, well, place, it means we cover a day number 3. Yes, today I was actually telling you choose the specific platform that you're gonna show up, and also delivery method. Also remember the video or video, audio, or the text. Also, it's in the day number 2, day number 3. So week number 1, you're gonna share the content of the topic of the week. Day and time, it's your consistency. What time and date you're gonna show up, you need to really write down here or write down in your calendar, because that is your own commitment. You know, I cannot track in you and say, hey, you do the work or you don't do the work. I can actually tell you specifically here this kind of actions, clarity on your actions that you need to take, and you're committed to take the actions. On a day goal, it says day number 2. Well, it doesn't say goal, but it's kind of say like a goal, day number 2, because we covered that. And place and method of delivery, it's day number 3. So if you actually look right now, I take all the days and I literally put all together. And if you actually say, like, I'm gonna example, guys, I'm gonna open example for you right now. I'm gonna go to our Facebook group, Savvy Action Taker Entrepreneur, and I'm literally gonna pull out like someone who shared with me your tips, you know, like what you're gonna cover. So for example, we have Jamie here and we have Katie here. Okay, so for example, Katie, I see your homework. So you say, like, for example, 10 topics you're gonna share dealing with anxiety. So number 1 topic that you say that you're gonna deal with the anxiety. So you say week number 1 and you tell me specific day what it will be, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and you're gonna share this topic. Like, for example, Monday, I'm gonna talk about dealing with anxiety. And for example, guys, remember, if you add numbers or before and after picture in your headline, you're gonna have higher results, higher conversion, like you're gonna grab attentions. So if I create the post and I say 10 like free tips to deal with anxiety within like 5 days or within 10 minutes, and I share those tips, yeah, I'm gonna grab attentions because it's only free tips, because I add the number to the headlines. So you're not just saying like dealing with the anxiety, how to dealing with anxiety and share it. Try to add how to or numbers, because that increases the conversion rate. If you pay attention right now on social media, Great example, if you go into Pinterest, if you actually type your keywords related to your niche, you see very often like how to do something, or like 5 tips, do something, you know, like those topics, like when you add the numbers or how to, it's actually increase that curiosity, and people, like, more people will watch it or more people read it. So this kind of trick that you need to add it to your content. So for example, Katie says like dealing with anxiety. So for example, I'll give you on Monday, I will talk about 3 tips dealing on anxiety. Wednesday, I'm gonna talk about 3 mistakes on how to avoid anxiety. Just simple like this, right? And I will be marketing in my calendar that at this time, like at 5 p.m., I'm gonna show up in my Facebook group, because you need to place. And I will show up in my Facebook group and I deliver the value. Or if it's you writing content, the coolest part about the content that you actually can write it and save it and pre-schedule that. So you don't have to kind of sit in last second creating the content. You just sit in and pre-scheduling that, you schedule that your content, and it goes your own. But if you do the video trainings, if you want to that people show up on your trainings, you have to tell people upfront, say, hey, tomorrow, you know, I'm gonna deliver that content. What I did in my Facebook group for a while, for the longest time, and that's actually helped me to boost kind of engagement in my group, that especially when my group was small, that I actually map up the whole calendar for activity in my group, and I was posting and say, hey guys, today the April, at the beginning of the April, this is what you need to expect. And I was like, for example, April 1st that we're gonna have this kind of training. April 7th, like there was 7 days after, 1 week after, we're gonna have this kind of training, or I'm gonna answer in your call questions, or I'm going to, you know, I'm gonna do, so I kind of like map up the activity for whole months, and I post it in my group, and I let people know that, hey, this is activity for whole months you're gonna expect from my Facebook group. That was helping me, because it was actually tell people upfront that they need to expect from my group, and they actually knew that, like, hey, Monday they need to show up because this kind of training, or, you know, Wednesday they need to show up because if they want to learn about anxiety, or Friday they need to show up that if they want to learn about the funnels. Whatever it is, it was really helpful for me to tell my audience upfront what they expect. Another thing, what it was actually helpful, because it can give me a whole time upfront to create my content, because if I was like writing post, I was creating some time ahead, and I was pushing myself to stay consistent. So for example, Jamie, yesterday she told me that, I think it's you or yesterday, that you tell me that you know that you need to do the videos, but you kind of hold yourself back. Great time right now to grab your calendar and say, hey, Monday, I'm actually gonna open your homework for Monday. If you did, it's actually, oh yes, you did, perfect. So you say, for example, simple fitness strategy. Love that. So for example, you're gonna do, I just give you example. So for example, on every Tuesday on your Facebook business page or on your YouTube, I believe you were using YouTube as well, you're gonna to do the videos, and when you share your 5 simple strategies, whatever the fitness, whatever, just make your booty tight. Or, you know, like lift up or take the, you know, fat away from your stomach, wherever it is, make it more like sexy, I would say, like this. In your case, I would take like the more common problems what your audience have. They want to lose the weight, right? Or they want to make their bottom like tight better, right? But they don't have time. So if you add like something like 5 minutes workout to make your bottom tight every day, 5 minutes workout. If I have a problem, like time management is my problem, like I don't have time, those 5 minutes will be something attractive to me, right? And of course, if I want to make my bottom, how to say right way, my bottom tight, yeah, that would definitely will attract me. So make sure you make your titles sexy and commit to show up for whole months. So guys, your homework for today, I actually really want that you committed to do the work. You did great job from Monday till yesterday. Actually share the topic, share the goals, share the social media platform you're gonna show up. But I really want you to do the homework today, which is its challenges. Not everybody does, but I do believe that you are action takers, entrepreneur, right? I want that you take your calendar and you map up your stuff ahead. You don't need to create nothing. You just take from the day number 1, put it in your calendar. Day number 2, you're at the goal. Like this week, I'm gonna focus on grow my list. This week, I'm gonna focus in inviting people to follow me. This week, I'm gonna focus in to invite people to schedule the call with me. Whatever your goals you have, and you literally map up it for whole calendar, and you tell me at what time and date you're gonna show up. So, for example, YouTube, 5 o'clock. Video will be posted, or Facebook group at 3 o'clock the video will go out, or the Facebook group 2 o'clock this post will go out. Whatever it is, put the numbers there. And then if you do it's on your calendar in your phone or your computer, please make a screenshot and share it under the assignment for the day number 4. I literally want to see the picture. I want to see that you're committed to do the work, because all this work that we did right now, you did the work. But if you don't really, we all know that, if you don't really put it in the calendar, you're not gonna do that. I actually love, guys, I'm gonna tell you the reason why I ask you, psychological reason why I ask you to do the calendar for whole months, because very honest, I tell you, it takes 28 days on a psychological level, your mindset. It takes 28 days to create a habit. So if you write down, you're mapping up your calendar for whole weeks, like it's 30 days, right? Cover 28 days. And you write down and you committed to show up in here and here and here, guess what? 30 days from now, 28 days from now. First of all, your audience will know that they need to show up at this time, this place, if they want to receive some really goodies from you. First of all, it's for your audience, your consistency. Another thing, if you holding yourself back to do the videos and you know that you need to do, but you're just holding yourself back. If you're committed to take the actions, 28 days from now, 1 month from now, using this calendar, you're gonna be overcome this struggle. Simple like this. You wanna ask yourself, do you want to overcome the struggle? Yes or no? If it's yes, mapping up and take the actions. When I just started running my business and I did the challenge that I was talking to you at the beginning, that I was afraid to, show up in the videos, I literally was writing down, because I actually create the paper and I write it down and I cross over. Like Monday, I show up and I cross over, boom, I did it. That feeling when you crossing over that you actually did that feelings motivate you to continue to do the work, because then close to you to the end, then more you, first of all, more you feel confident, and second, that give you accomplished feeling. And I guarantee you guys, you're gonna have results if you just implement this simple strategy. So what I want you to do, guys, for the homework for today, I want that you actually literally commit to do the work. You commit to show up on specific platform with the specific time at specific place, specific time. You committed. So I want you to see your calendar. Maybe, who knows, maybe I will be chugging you 2 months, 2 weeks from now and say, hey, how are you doing? Are you still doing the work from the calendar that you promised me that you're going to do? You never know. I really like to keep people on track, commitment part, accountability part. So this is your homework for the day number 4. Take the goal number 1, the day number 1, 2, 3, and 4. Put all together in your calendar. Take a screenshot if you're using your digital product, whatever, your calendar, Google Calendar, your phone, whatever. Just take the screenshot and share it in our Facebook group, because I want that you take the actions. Hey, Emily, how are you today? if you actually printing, like I like to live using content calendarsthatwork.com. You go out there, you download it in your calendar, you type it and you print it out. It will look like this, very simple, very cool. And I like to print it and I like to stick it to my calendar. And if you do that, then take the picture of your phone from your phone and share it in our group. If you like, okay, I'm not gonna do it and blah blah blah, then write down here and take the picture for me. Seriously, I want to see your pictures. I'm like, seriously, I have to see your pictures. That's what I want you to do, guys. I want you to take the actions because I want that you put all those puzzles together. You already have your content, you already have your time, you already have your platform, you have your commitment. You show up on the day number 4 and actually putting all the puzzles together. It's lots of work, you know, lots of people actually, I miss your live, I will watch replay. Yeah, the replay will be available for a time, so you're good. So, but basically what I ask you guys to do the homework and put everything from the day number 1, 2, and 3, put everything together in your calendar. Take a screenshot or take a picture and share it in our Facebook group. Remember, everyone who shared this video out, tagging your friend here and do homework will be able to win a spot in our Savvy Action Taker Entrepreneur Academy for $24 and you don't have to pay $59. If you're interested to grow your business to the 6-figure, if you know that you are having some blocks on your way, if you know that you need support and you found this training is helpful, you're like, okay, for past couple days I actually did more than I did for whole months, then our academy is for you. Because on top that you will have all the trainings in the academy, you're gonna have me when I will have you, keep you accountable, answering your questions, give you almost one-on-one support. Every Tuesday, 1 time per month, we have this business coaching calls, meaning that I share with you the Zoom link, you hop in on a Zoom link, and inside of the Zoom, we will talk, like seriously talk, like you and me. I'm gonna hear your business, what's going on in your business, what you're working on in your business. So if you're ever purchasing group coaching calls, this is kind of very similar, except you're gonna get it for very, very low price. And our membership site is a monthly commitment. So if you go over the membership site and you're like, this is not working for me, the worst what you're gonna happen that you're gonna lose like $59 per whole month. You can unsubscribe anytime, so you're not gonna lose anything. You don't have to pay hundreds, thousands of dollars. But the kind of support that I provide in our Facebook group is very, very, high quality support. I found that people who join our academy and actually do the work, they have like a clarity break moments, very, very easy. One of my clients, she literally published her page. She could not publish for her page like literally for months, and she published her page, and just within 2 weeks she got like about 7,000 people who follow her on Facebook page organically. So the strategy that I share with you, the strategy that I personally help with you in the academy is something that bringing you results. So if you're interested to grow your business, getting results, I would encourage you, give me a shot. And like literally give a shot to yourself and join the academy and just give it a try. Like seriously, what are you gonna lose? Not really much, honestly. Compared to one-on-one services, compared to group coaching, compared to the programs or courses that you bought before, this is really nothing, to be honest. But it's only for those people who are taking the actions, because I'm action taker entrepreneur. I share lots of value, strategy, and tips that actually helpful. But you need to take the actions. Like for example, in our private Facebook group, we have private Facebook group when you actually can post your questions there and I answer all your questions, like nobody left behind. You don't have to wait till those monthly workshops or monthly business Q&A. You can post the questions in a group anytime and you get my personal support out there. But like for example, yesterday while I was putting my challenge together in our private Facebook group, I actually shared with my students out there how I made, how much it was? It was $1,000 something within like 44 hours. I literally share them strategy behind what I did and how I did. Simple like this. I will share with you sometimes what's working for me, and I encourage them to do the same or do similar. I'm there to support you guys. So if you found this challenge is helpful for you, if you know this knowledge is like something is helpful, then I would encourage you to shoot me a message. And if you're not sure if it's academy for you or not, shoot me the message and I will be answering. Otherwise, guys, if you have the questions to the day today, you should not have the questions for today, to be honestly, because we kind of put all together. I was answering your questions on Monday to Wednesday, but you should be pretty clear right now because we just literally mapping up everything. But what I want you to do, guys, you're so welcome. I want to do that you will do the homework and do the screenshots of your homework for today. If you're still not clear about like, okay, I'm mapping up, but I'm not sure, then, ask me questions, because you have totally 10 topics, right? And you have 30 days. Even if you show up twice per week, meaning most people will show up in, like I was reading your comments, guys, most people say that they show up twice per week. If you show up twice per week, you still have plenty extra topics left behind, right? You have 2 topics left behind, so it's like extra bonuses. So ask me questions related to the today. Tomorrow we are going to talk about top mistakes that people make when they create the content. So I'm going to share with you what not to do when you create the content. And if you have the questions related to your business, related to the challenge, or related to the academy, you're welcome to shoot me the message. Okay, here like this. If you have questions related to the academy, because your business is different than everybody else, we all know that unique part, then shoot me the message about the academy. I will be answering this if the academy is good fit for you or not. If you have questions related to the day number 1 to day number 4 of the challenge, then you're welcome to post it here, or welcome to post it under the day number 4 when you're gonna provide your homework. Otherwise, I want to see your homework. I'm looking forward to see your calendars for whole months ahead. Please take the actions. Don't ignore this. Don't messing around. Just create the calendar. You already have all the pieces. You just need to let it mapping up. Monday, number 1 content. Tuesday, number 2 content, whatever it is. You already have the platform, you already have everything. Any other questions related for today? Yes, questions, no questions. Looks like no questions. Okay, so how many of you guys going to do homework for today? Tell me in the comment below. In the comments, say, hey guys, hey Iryna, I'm going to do the homework for today. I'm gonna map out my calendar and I will commit it to stay consistent to my own calendar. How many people? Because we all know that if we're not gonna do the work, it's not gonna happen. It's just not. Learning new, okay, here is the deal. This is what I teach my paid clients. Learning information is not enough, right? Especially when it's for free, you don't have commitment. So I kind of push you to take the actions, but you're not losing anything. You just gain new knowledge. But here is the golden rule that you need to follow to get results in your business. You learn, you implement, and you analyze. You're learning something during our challenge. You're learning something, right? You have aha moments. You have something that, like, boom, it's working great. You learn something. Implement that. This is today is day number 4 when I ask you to implement the work, because I do believe if you're mapping up the content for the whole month, which is the reason why you signed for the challenge, because you want to stay consistent with your content, right? So today is the time when I ask you implement that. If you're gonna miss this part, you're not gonna get results. If you learn, and you cannot analyze if you don't do the work, right? In the analyze part, this is the part was very, very important. And the reason why, because, you can do all this work, But if you don't analyze what's working for you, what's not working for you, you're gonna burn out, because you're consistently gonna, like that horse, you're running, and you just don't even thinking, right? Okay, cool. You don't even thinking, you just running. So you need to step back and you need to analyze what's working for you, what's not working for you. So then you're focusing on what's working for you, you live in that part and you continue to repeat it because it's working for you. And take the part when it's not working for you and figure out, analyzing, you figure out why it's not working, what you need to shift it, twist it, changes to get better results. If you analyze that, you're actually getting better results. If you get better results, congratulations, you're gonna have better results in your business. Okay, yeah, Katie, I want you actually, the consistency part, I want you mapping up everything. You already did the homework for the day number 1. You already did the homework for the day number 2. You don't need to create nothing new. You literally just need to write down, like, this, I'm gonna write down this one. Today, tomorrow, after tomorrow, I'm gonna do, like, this week, I'm gonna share this content at this place, at this time. I want you map up, because then on the whole months, you will have a roadmap for whole months. You will not have the days when you will be like, oh my gosh, I need to share the content with my followers, I need to stay consistent, I need to stay visible, and I don't know what to do. You already have the old map. That's what most, I will be honest with you, that's what most top entrepreneurs do. We all mapping up the content ahead. So for example, I look at the months, on my months, and I'm like, okay, few things, few goals I need to hit this month. I need to hit income goal. I need to have visibility, because I need to create strong connections with people who already follow me. But I also need to create the connections with people who, like, I want to reach out new people and increase, like, new people to start making, to start following me. So it's like cold target and warm target. And I'm mapping up in my calendar my income goals. My income goals start with, like, visibility, right? Running the challenge, running webinars, because at the end of the challenge or webinar or some kind of training, I invite people to work with me. Simple like this, I hit my income goal. But I also, when I do those challenges, do those webinars, do those trainings, you know, I also have the behind the scenes strategy for the cold targets. So meaning my free content, I share with the cold target to bring them to follow me. And, you know, follow me, hopping on my list, you know, like, bring my visibility out there, take it to the next level, and invite people to follow me. And my warm target, my content that I create for social media, and my warm target, I remind them, like, hey, I'm still here, hey, I'm still can help you. Because if I'm not gonna do that, at the end of the day, I will be just another noise. If you have your followers, or you want to have your followers, you have to have, like, two kind of strategy at the same time. You have the strategy number 1 to go to social media out there to the cold target and create visibility out there and invite them to follow you. And you go the same with your content to the warm target and remind them, like, hey, it's lots of noises out there, but remember, you were following me at the first place because I was providing awesome content. Well, I'm still here and I'm still helping you. So, you know, when you're mapping up your calendar, that's what I want you to do, guys. Set the goals and literally mapping up for you. But because when you're mapping up, you don't do it, like, you're not running your business from day to the day. You map up, you protect, like, you'd say the future, like, hey, this is what I want, this is what I'm working on. And mostly, if you do this way, you're actually gonna get results. But lots of people, especially new coaches, they are doing it from day to day. Oh, today I'm gonna show up on social media, I'm gonna deliver the content, and I'm going to do great. And tomorrow, then they just get busy and they don't show up. And then week after, they don't show up. And that's why the consistency is actually hitting. They not consistent, they show up when they have time. But this is if you really want to have your income. You don't want to have income like today 0, tomorrow 1,000, and for next 3 months 0 again. You want to have consistent income. You want to have consistent, that the businesses grow consistently, not the up and down. You want to go to business, go consistency. But that all comes from mapping up your months ahead. Seriously, that's what I do at the end of the months. And you guys in our academy, you will see that a lot. At the end of the month, I literally look back and I'm like, this kind of actions I did, this is what's working, this is how much I income make, this is what I need to improve next time. And at the beginning of the month, I usually map up my content for whole months. And then whole months, I actually stay consistent with my content. For example, this challenge. It's not like I wake up today in the morning and I'm like, I'm gonna do the challenge. Why not? I have to prepare for the challenge, right? It's called pre-launching. And in our academy, we have the course about the challenges, which is where I share with you pre-launching, launching, and post-launching. But literally, you're mapping up your content, your strategy for whole months ahead, and then you take the actions for the months. This is how you stay consistent, and this is how you can actually get results. If I work job and if I work job and I have time, how much time should I spend on creating content for Facebook Live or post? If I have only 2-3 hours per day, okay. So here is Emily. So here is I will be sharing with you honestly behind the scene how I do it. I will be honest. I create my content at this point of my business. I spend about 1 or 2 hours creating my content for like 1-2 hours a month creating my content. Like I don't really create a new content right now. I actually repurpose my old content. So for example, if you have already content that you create before, then I would encourage you to repurpose the content, which is build this consistency, because your followers or your audience have to show up and they have to see your content consistently to see you as an expert. That's what biggest mistakes new coaches they do. They create the content, like for example, I'm gonna create the content today about email marketing, and they create the content and they show up the content, share the content, and it's perfect, awesome, and then 2 days after, they're like, you know what, I need to do something more, something unique. And they create the content about passive income and the funnels. And they put energy to create the content. And they share it out. And then after time, 2 days after, they're like, you know what, I already have this one. I need to create something about how to create your course. And they create something new. What happened? They in that consistent creating mood. You creating. This is totally wrong. I'm sorry, but this is totally wrong. When you start running your business, here is the formula that you need to follow. You spend like couple hours to create your content. Like basically 20% of your time you create some things. And 80% of your time you promote it. So for example, if I teach that in our academy more heavily, like more deeply, with the specific examples what to do and how to do. But if I create the freebie and I put like, it is overwhelmed, yes, exactly, it's getting overwhelmed and then not getting your results. It's just not, really. You just create that noise, and it's not getting your results just because don't focus in on creating, focusing on spreading the message. You take one thing and you spread the message. And so, for example, if I spend 2 hours create my freebie, then I have to spend 8 hours to promote my freebie. And in our academy, I think we have the whole course. I actually had workshop on how to promote your freebie, and literally the different ways to promote this freebie. It's a million ways to promote your freebie. You don't have to be pitchy, you don't have to be pushy, nothing like this. Seriously, you just create that curiosity factor, and you just want that You create the message that your followers say, read that, and like, hell yeah, I'm in, without you even promoting that. But the point is, I create, like, it takes me a couple hours, create the freebie, right? And I take 8 hours to promote my freebie. Most coaches at the beginning, they do it totally opposite. They spend 8 hours to create the freebie, and they spend 2 hours promote the freebie. And usually it happens like this. I spend 8 hours to create my freebie, and I create 2 posts in my Facebook group and say, hey guys, I have this awesome freebie, sign for my freebie. They promote the freebie. Then they take that freebie, post it on their website, and they just leave it out there. And boom, they have no results whatsoever. They have couple people who signed for the freebie. They come to conclusion that freebie sucks. I need to create new freebie. I need to get better results. This freebie sucks. I'm gonna do it. They repeat the same formula. They do it 80%, 20%, 0 results. That's what I teach in our academy. Do things smarter. Like seriously, it's not about creating. It's about do things smart way. Don't create, it's consistently creating. Remember, day number 2, what we did on this challenge, we set the goal. On the day number 1, we said we create the content, right? We create the topics. On day number 2, we set the goals. And day number 3 and day number 4, what I ask you? I don't ask you to sit and creating the content. I ask you mapping up the content and take the actions. Because it's not about creating, it's about... I cannot believe you. You're perfect, right? Of course I'm perfectly right. You know why? I'm sorry to say that, but you know why? Because when I start running my business at the beginning, I make that mistake. And I make mistake, and I make mistake. And one time, I came to the point when I'm like, I have to shift something in my business because I'm getting overwhelmed, I'm burning out, and I'm not getting results. Simple like this. And I was like, what do I have to do to, to get better results? Well, in my case, it's because I was saving money for the longest time, and I was like that crazy person who truly believed that you have to invest in your business to actually get results. And since I literally start from scratch, so all this coaching world was totally new to me. And like I had to literally learn everything from scratch. And so I was literally investing in a course or investing in the program, and then actually learn from that. So I'll give you an example. In our academy, I actually have the course that we have course inside, and I teach you guys to launching the challenges, like the challenges that I do right now. I teach behind the scenes, step by step, literally everything from A to Z to actually launch the challenge and run the challenge successfully. And I give you an example. If you join our academy, it's $59 per month, right? I pay $2,000 for learning how to run the challenges. So like it was not funny. It's come to the point when I was running the challenge, nothing was working, and I could not figure out why it's not working. I literally had to invest $2,000 to learn the tricks, how to make shit work for me, and then I actually teach my followers way cheaper. So then you don't have to go out there like investing thousands, hundreds of dollars to learn something, So, but yeah, everything what I teach you guys, it's coming from my experience. I did mistakes. I had to invest so much money to figure out what's working, what's not working. Then I was twisting things around and got to the point. But that's how I did. That's what I would encourage you the same. Don't stuck with that creating mood, because most coaches do. I actually was reading the homework of our, homework for the day number 3. And one person was saying that she was spending 5 hours a day creating content. 5 hours a day, I would shoot myself. I'm sorry to say that. I spend 2 hours in a month create my content, and I actually get paid for that. And when I brought the statistic and I'm like, okay, how much you make per hour? And she's like, this is how much I make per hour. Or asking, like if you buy or hourly case, like hourly stuff, basically. And I'm like, okay, you invest so much effort to create the content and you don't get all this money. So you create this content, you're not getting results and you get upset. That's what the biggest problem, guys. Most coaches at the beginning, they thinking the more I spread the word, the more I'm gonna use 55 million platforms out there. If I'm gonna share my message 5-7 times a day, I'm gonna get results. It's not about the about the number, it's about the quality. Do something, but do it smart way, simple like this. I don't have to, like I'm telling you honestly, when I was running this challenge, I literally was promoting this challenge, like seriously, I was promoting this challenge within a week. I get 200 people who subscribe for this challenge. I didn't share my message 5-7 times a day. I didn't create my contents 5-7 times a day. I didn't. I did like seriously how much? I create 1 or 2 posts. I put this together. I had 200 people sign for my challenge and I get 1,000 paid by now. That is smart way. That's what I teach you people in my academy. Don't do it because, because everybody does. Do it smart way. This is what I would like to follow you. Thank you. You, Katie, thank you so much, sweetheart. I know you're on our academy, and big shout out to you because I know you just joined our academy, and I'm seriously looking forward to see how you gonna kill it on social media. And remember, we have our private Facebook group, so you're welcome to post your questions out there. I always, guys, answering the questions for the academy students, always there for you, because I'm there for you to help you to grow your business, avoid the mistakes. Avoid crazy mistakes that I made. Avoid this investing hundreds of dollars for not getting results. I'm there for you guys to help you. I need to our average to research. Yeah, researching is the hardest in the. Okay, so Emily, yes and no. I know you were talking about that yesterday. You say that research is the hardest part. Honestly, will be honest with you. Research is the fun part because I'll give you example. Yes, research takes the most part. I will tell you honest. But if you actually, it's like this. When I start running my business at the beginning, after I figure out what to do and how to do, when I start running my business at the beginning, research part at the beginning was hard because I had to learn my followers' language. I had to learn pain points of my followers. I had to learn everything about my followers. Right now, I'm telling you honestly, because it's kind of the same. I know my followers better than my followers know themselves. And before, for example, people schedule the call with me. Before they even schedule the call with me, before we hop in on the call, I already know what kind of questions they're gonna ask. I already know what kind of problems they have because I did that research. So yes, when you do your research at the beginning of your journey, it's hard because it's new. But then more you do, then it gets better. I give you exactly perfect example, maybe weird one, but perfect one. When your child, if you have babies, right? If you have a child and when your child taking the first step, what usually happened? The child take a step and fell. We all do, right? We all were, when we babies, before we start walking, before we figure out how to walk, we did that step, we fell. The child put themselves together, the child crying, mama is coming, mama's like, oh, my baby, don't cry. Put the baby together, put the baby together, hold the baby and help the baby take the next step. First steps that baby is taking, it's freaking hard. Child fell, child cry, child probably have some kind of bruises, I don't know, bruises, sometimes is always wrong, It's always not fun part. But the more child don't give up and do it and do it and do it, guess what? Right now, look at me and you. We all start with then taking those baby steps and fell. Right now, you and me, we all not just walking, we're actually running, right? We are running, we are jumping, we're like having perfect life, right? You can do everything what you want. So the same when you and get up, right? But it's the same when you do your the same research. When you do your research, first time you're gonna fail. You take the step forward and you're gonna fail, and you give up. If you don't give up, right? You get up and you do it again, step, and you fail again. You put yourself together and you do it. If you don't have a mom who would hold you next to you and kind of hold you and help you do those steps so you can do it, then if you do it on your own, yeah, you have more bruises. But if you don't give up, you're still gonna do it. It just take you longer to do it. Like in my case, it took me freaking 5 years to do it. With my students, I try to teach them everything what I know right now, so they don't have to take 5 years. So they will have success within a year, catch up those 5 years basically what I invest in my time. But it's the same way. When you do your research, if you don't know what the heck you're doing, yeah, you're gonna have the bruises, you're gonna fail. But if you don't give up, you're gonna continue do it, and you're gonna continue do it, and after time, you're gonna do it the best way, like you're running, like you are jumping, you're gonna do it perfect. Basically, for example, right now me, when my clients come into me, I seriously can read their mind ahead. I know what they want, I know how they want, I know what kind of mistakes they make, I know even they don't tell me. You come to me and you just for example, you come to me with that freebie. You come to me, my freebie is not working, whatever I do is not working, I need to change my freebie. And I'm like, how long it took you to promote your freebie? How long you put effort to promote your freebie? And I guarantee it will be totally not, it will be 20% of promo and 80% of creation. Here is the mistake. Simple. And I know that because my audience, I know them very well, because all my audience, when they start their journey, they repeat the same mistakes again and again. And it's the same with Facebook group. Somebody create a Facebook group and I have no engagement in my group. I already know what the person did, what the person didn't, why it's not working, what needs to be done that's working. I already know the things. Somebody come to me and say hey, I have this awesome product and I can make sales. Even if I know that my product is awesome, I already know those mistakes, what the person did or didn't do to hit the income goal. And the reason why, because it's the research part. I put the effort at the beginning, doing great research, learn about my audience, to understand my audience better they understand themselves. And in our academy, I think it's under we have when you join our academy, we have the first course is business foundation, when I actually share with you guys, understand your followers, understand the way how they're thinking, the way how they're talking, who they are, your product, your pricing product, your funnels, your business module, your audience very well, that business foundation, that if you get this part, it's that foundation part. If you get this part, you're good to go for whole, whatever you do in your business, you're good to go because you have this foundation part, right? So it's the same, guys, who, yes, you have to take some actions in your business, you have to shift things around to get results. So research is hard, but it's hard at the beginning when you just start doing that, because it's all new to you. But then after a while, you will be boom, 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 done, good to go. Any other questions, guys? Any other questions related to the academy, related to the topics in the academy that we're covering, related to the challenge? Any other questions that is holding you back right now to get results? If not, if you don't have any questions, remember, share this video out, tag your friends or people who you know that would be helpful for them. Do your homework. I want to see you taking the actions. I want you guys mapping up your calendar, because the consistency is the success to your business, because you have to show up in front of your followers at the same times with the same topic to build these things. Margie, I know you missed the whole training you did. I'll give you a quick help for you. On the day number 1, day number 3, and day number 2, we're all mapping up on the day number 4. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, you're welcome to retake the challenge. Because jumping in and not doing the work, it's not gonna help. I'm like evil. Okay guys, do you have any other questions related to your business? If yes, post your questions here. If not, I'm looking forward to see your homework on the day number 4, the screenshots of the calendar and of your digital calendar, or take the screenshot on your phone. If you didn't sign for the challenge and you want to get replays for all the challenge, including the workbook, I will be adding the link on the top, so a link will be there. If you want to join our academy, you are welcome to join our academy, because our academy is focusing to grow, to help you to grow your business from scratch to the 6-figure without getting broke. If you're not at the 6-figure point yet, trust me, you need to be in the academy, because I see so many people, they come to me for the free content, they thinking they can do it, but it's not working for them. They come to me to the next training and then thinking, and they still at that income level. They're not growing to the next level. So if you truly want to take results and boost your income level, join our academy, because in the academy we are focusing to push you to get income. Right. I like that. Kinda. I like that. Okay, looks like no questions, guys. We are like somehow already hit like 1 hour. Somehow. Okay, looking forward, guys, to see your hi, Iryna. I will be posting the assignment today. Sorry for the delay. Oh, you're fine, sweetheart. Action takers. I love you. I love action takers, guys. So yeah, on the day number 4 in the academy, make sure you post your assignment. Assignment is have to be the picture of your calendar. I want you mapping up, because this is how your consistency is show up. Remember, I'm gonna give you a quick recap. On the day number 1, we created the topics, so you take every topic and literally map up in your calendar. On the day number 2, we set the goals. So you have the goals, you literally, this is how I do. I put the topic and I put the goal. I usually set the goal for 1 month, or depends how I do it. Depends for 1 month or for 1 week. For each content, I have the specific goal. So it's on the day number 2. On the day number 3, we're talking about social media platforms and delivery methods. So which is, you will know where you're going to map up your content, how you're going to deliver the content. So right now, you actually have the whole picture without any gaps between. You're like literally good to go for whole months ahead. If you're going to repeat the same strategy, and the same strategy that you learned in this challenge, then you will be able to create the same content for whole months ahead each month, which will benefit your consistency, benefit your followers, and actually help you to reach the goals that you set on day number 2. Okay guys, love you so much. Invite your friends to join this challenge, share the challenge out. Be the winner of the challenge, because the winner of the challenge will get a huge discount for our academy, where the place you want to be if you want to grow your business and actually hit your income goal. Our academy is not focusing to deliver the, another strategy. Our academy is focusing on helping you to grow your income goal. That's it. Seriously, that's what your main focus is. Whatever it is. Okay, love you so much, and I will see you in our Facebook group under the day number 4 with your homework. I will give you feedback on your calendar, okay? Looking forward to see your pictures, guys. I'm so excited actually to see the pictures. And if I will have 5 people who will do the homework, like share your pictures, I'm gonna share my picture with you. So you will see how I'm mapping up my calendars, which is I actually have 2 calendars. I have the calendar for my free content, and for free audience, and I have the calendar for my pay audience. So I'm gonna share with you one of those calendars. Okay, love you guys, and I will see you in our Savvy Action Taking Entrepreneur Facebook group for those people who are interested to hit their income, to take their income to the next level, and join our Savvy Action Taking Entrepreneur Academy, and I will see you there. Love you guys, cannot wait to start working with you. Love you.